Hello viewers and welcome back to your favorite baking channel, Baking with Chef Tonde. In this episode, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make puff pastry, homemade puff pastry. What do you need? You need 500 grams of flour. That's what we're gonna use, just a small batch. 500 grams of flour, it's cake flour. Then 40 grams of butter in the first butter. Then sugar, 40 grams of sugar. Then 7 grams of salt. Then we need the other butter. For the last is pastry. For making the pastry, I will show you how to do that. So you can use butter or puff pastry butter or yellow mudge, soft one. If you have, then that's what you can use. I have butter with me. Then 250 mils of water. Then there is 20 grams of yeast. So what I do, normally I put this yeast in the powdered yeast, dry yeast, in the water. But I'm not going to do that because of my flour, because I was testing my flour. I see my flour is a little bit dense. So maybe if I put the yeast in the water, I won't use the whole amount of water. So I don't want at the same time to deprive my dough of yeast. So I will put the yeast in the flour and use the water as I go, depending on how I feel about my dough texture. So that's why I'm not putting the yeast in the water. But normally it's wiser to put the yeast in the water so that it dissolves already, but it doesn't take away any quality from putting it separately. So that's all. So what we do, we're going to make dough. So what do? We put everything in. So we have our butter already in the flour. So we put our sugar. Then we put our salt. Then our yeast. Mix everything. Take a little butter in. So remember, the water is plus or minus. So depending on the quality of your flour, you might need more water or less water than the one on the recipe. So it will be plus or minus. So if you have powdered milk, you can add powdered milk in your dough, just to increase the fluffiness, but otherwise it's optional. You can do without. Making dough. sure your dough is not too much wet. So you must play around with your water very careful, because remember, this puff pastry, you're gonna need to roll it. Sometimes if you have a pastry sheet, you will use a machine, pastry sheeter, or if you don't have, like in my case, you have to use a rolling pin. So you don't want to roll your dough and it's too wet, then you struggle, it will always be. And also, it won't puff very well if it's wet, because you need your dough to puff. So there must be a good balance of your shortening, which is the butter that we used here, and your water, so that you can see the full effect of the perfect, which is the puffing agent, the one that makes the dough puff. You can see it's not so wet like normal dough. That's why it's a lot of some manual work when you are kneading without a machine with your hands. But there are advantages also of doing this, because you feel your dough, the texture, you won't miss anything. Than a machine, that putting machine, then if there's something wrong, you take long to pick it up. But with your hands, you can feel if something is missing, you can pick it up. And also, the physicality part, you'll be exercising at the same time. So, you don't need the gym when you are baking, because you do everything in one. There we go. You just spread it nicely and make a nice shape, so that now we take our butter with our rolling pin. So what we do, you take that soft butter, we put it in, we fold, so we can finger it in first. Because we are baking already something there. So what do? You take all the mass, then you hold it in. Because remember, this is butter do you use? Fold and fold. And make sure your butter is in every corner of every part of your, you must get the butter. So you just roll it a little. So what you do, you leave your dough folded like this in the chiller for about an hour, and in that 1 hour you can fold your dough again like 2 times, then you put it away. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna cover it with the plastic like this. So we have our puff pastry. So the process is, at this stage you put it in a chiller for 1 hour. After an hour you fold it again, you repeat the same thing to make 4 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you spread it. Then after that, then you can roll it out, which we're gonna do in the next episode, where I will be showing you the chilled puff pastry. Then we're gonna be rolling it out and keep it rolled nicely. So this is all what you do when you're making your puff pastry at home. Nice, fresh, homemade puff pastry. It's as easy as it goes. See you in the next episode. Your resident chef signing out. Maitabasa, tinotenda siyabonga, siye niye. Siye niye. Niye osota, siya. See you.